Hi, George Febish here. We did the Amalfi Coast, which was obviously not a city but an area. We're going to do another area today. It's Tuscany. Everybody loves Tuscany. Tuscany is a huge area in Italy, has many wonderful cities, with Florence being the biggest and probably the most well-known. But there's towns like Siena and San Gimignano and Cortona, made famous from under the Tuscan sun. Now let's walk around the towns of Tuscany. Cortona is a wonderful city made famous by Francis May's Under the Tuscan Sun. Here we can see Lake Trasimeno, very close to Cortona. Here's the city of Cortona. Cortona is a beautiful city with piazzas everywhere. Here I am walking down a crowded street. And steps. All Italian towns have steps. Here we're looking at the main piazza. If you remember Under the Tuscan Sun, these steps going up to the church is where the Christmas scene took place. We were honored this day with a special medieval parade. Everybody's dressed in costume, going down the street with music. Just something wonderful to see and be part of. Look at these costumes. And of course, every parade in Italy has its flag throwers. Here you see the flags going straight up as they catch them coming down. People were everywhere watching this spectacle. Here's a church on the outside of town near Francis May's home. Montepulciano is one of my favorite towns. It has a famous wine by its name. Of course, a wine town like this has enotecas. Here we went in and were able to test a few wines from the local area. Just look at this beautiful shop. Here are the wines that we tested this particular day. And it's on a little table. You get to try them. Look at the streets, just beautiful as they wind between the buildings. And of course, a tribute to Mary. The flowers set off buildings. And look at the archways here, just a beautiful area. Now we're in another piazza with a church that hasn't been finished. It's missing its marble. Joanne catches me taking a picture of the church without the marble. And here, a little street that goes down the side. Inside the church is these beautiful altars. And down that street, there's little restaurants where you can stop and have a bite to eat. Look at the views from Cortona. In Italy, flowers represent the personalities of the people who live in these buildings. Just look at the diversity and the color and beauty. And of course, steps leading down to who knows where. Here's an Italian mailbox. Here we have a restaurant and a little grotto. And here a store merchant sells us one of his paintings. Next stop, Siena, where the Il Palio horse races run. Here is the piazza where they run the horses. During the horse race, this piazza is jammed with people. The horses are running around the outside. On a lazy day, people sit in the piazza and have a gelato. Here's a tower in the piazza. And look at the architecture of the streets around Siena. Just beautiful. This is a hotel we stayed out on the outskirts of Siena. And here is the Duomo. Beautiful church. Stairs going from the back, which is the baptistry, to the front. Just look at the architecture here. Joanne is at the bottom of the stairs, deciding whether to go up or not. There's the church. As we come around, we see this marble that's dark and white, typical of this area. Just love this architecture. No bare shoulders in the Duomo. Joanne's forced to wear a paper shawl. Look at the floor. The paintings, the frescoes, the rugs, they're just absolutely gorgeous. Imagine what it took to build this place. It's so massive. Look at this altar. Here is a pulpit, ornate, beautiful. And here's the organ. And now we see the front of the impressive Duomo. And of course, a gelato store with plenty of gelato. We had prawns this day for dinner. Aren't they beautiful? Now, my favorite little town, San Gimignano. Here we approach it. You see the towers in the distance. This is a medieval city with old buildings. Look at the roof lines. Look at the chimneys. Narrow little streets to keep it cool. Here's an old church in the back of San Gimignano. And Joanne having a limoncello break in the afternoon. Look at how crowded the streets are getting. Flowers everywhere around the city. And here are the towers which marked the wealthy homes. Here we have an alfresco restaurant overlooking the countryside. Here we have one of the entrances to the city of San Gimignano. Look at the ancient walls that go around the city. Here we're in the main piazza with the well. Here's an Etruscan tomb, pre-Roman. And now to the grand city of Firenze, Florence. Here we have the Ponte Vecchio, the old bridge. Look at the shops just butting out on the sides of this bridge. And the top is where the Medici would walk from their work in the city out to their home in their castle. No visit to Florence is complete without a visit to David. But some of the other statues, these are the breaking out statues. These statues weren't complete. They were breaking out of the stone. And the cathedral or Duomo, beautiful architecture. And the bell tower. Here we have a beautiful view from above Florence. You can see the Ponte Vecchio and the Duomo. And in the square there is a David, but this is not the real one. And here we're at the Uffizi Museum. Inside, it's very crowded. I hope you've enjoyed our walk around the wonderful cities of Tuscany. If you have, like below and subscribe. Now, these areas that we do, as we add towns, we may redo Tuscany and have more new towns in it. But for now, ciao and arrivederci.